What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I believe Jesus Coin is in a broadening bottom pattern. I think that's what this is, also known as a megaphone, right? Megaphones, they're broadening bottoms, broadening tops. They are identified by having one trend line that is sloping upwards while having one trend line that is sloping downwards. It's called a broadening top or bottom. And what separates the top from the bottom? Well, it's either at the top or it's at the bottom. That's what it is, right? So looking at it here on the daily, it's not the cleanest. It has pierced through it a couple times, but I think that's okay, especially on a chart like this where there's less liquidity compared to the average chart that exists. So we've got broadening bottoms pulled up here on the patternsite.com. And he says that the broadening bottom is one of those chart patterns that appears often, but its performance rank is mid-list or worse. The break-even failure rate ranks 25 out of 39, where 1 is the best, so definitely on the lower end of that. The broadening bottom has one redeeming value, and that is the partial decline, which does a good job for predicting an upward breakout. So a partial decline would be the opposite of this. This is a partial rise, right? So you're from the bottom here, going up to reach the top trend line, but instead of doing that, you don't reach it and you turn around halfway through the move, a quarter way through the move, 3/4 of the way through the move, then you pull back. Here, just the diagram has it drawn halfway, but it doesn't have to be halfway. Here's a diagram of this. This could be a partial decline right here, and then you moved up, broke out to the upside. Broadening bottom here, that's a broadening wedge. Broadening bottom, decreasing, increasing. Broadening wedge, it is broadening, but they're both decreasing or negative slopes. Here you had your partial decline, right? You reached for this trend line, but didn't quite get there, and then you turned to the upside. That's that positive signal that he's talking about. So unfortunately for Jesus Coin, we don't have that. So if anything, no, we don't have a partial incline. We almost had a partial decline right here. That would have been a really nice move, a really nice setup if we continued, but we didn't. But we are finding support here now. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if that's the count. All this could mean is that Jesus Coin goes up to this line one more time. Perhaps this is the time that we break out. Perhaps this is the time that we come down. We form our partial decline, which is where you, again, reach for this other line, but you just can't quite get there. However low it goes, whether it bounces here, bounces down here, bounces down here. This could be what we're waiting for, and in which case we would expect a higher high, but then something that promotes a higher low with it, but it just wouldn't be the straight breakout moonshot that we're looking for. And that could send these new all-time highs later in this year if this happens that way. I don't know if it's going to happen this way. This is just, drawing an ideal situation based off of what the broadening bottoms examples on Thomas Bukowski's kind of website here has been suggesting. But let's see. Let's see if he's got anything else he wants to say about this. So upward breakouts are better performers than downward breakouts, apparently. I don't know. I don't know if I need to read any more of this stuff. Anyways, that might be avoided if we just break through. If we can break through this ascending trend line on this next move up, which from the relative high to the relative low, if this is a low, and I think it is, high to low, that'd be at about our 1272, our minimum extended target. That would make a whole lot of sense, actually. I wondered, did we even hit that on this last one? High to low. You literally tipped your 1272 here, and then calling for the exact same thing to happen here. That'd be crazy, man. That wouldn't be too crazy. That could be another setup, man. That could be not good in a sense, too, because I'm pretty sure that's what they call 3 bearish peaks. But in a megaphone, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. The bearish peaks part might be right because then you find resistance up here and then you move down. But then the megaphone might overplay it all and get that partial decline and then move up. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I don't know how much that last part made sense. All I'm trying to say, I guess, by this video is that I expect another move up. Another move that will be more or less miraculous like this and like this, but just bigger. Maybe not quite this big, maybe exactly this big, but something like this that would happen by the end of this month, seeing prices up at 6025. or around there. And then probably going into the end of this month or even the beginning of next month, we will see some downside. And then perhaps starting late next month, late next month, if not even into October, then we'd start breaking out and really start seeing some stars flying. So exciting, then boring, then exciting, essentially. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't get this. Maybe this ideal setup with the broadening bottom doesn't happen. Maybe we're up here and we just break out and we just go higher. Maybe the partial decline is shorter. Who knows? But time will tell. Nobody knows. This pattern might not even be what we're actually in, but it does look pretty damn perfect for it, in my opinion. Anyways. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Weekly RSI looking neutral. Not a whole lot to go off of. Daily RSI neutral as well, but starting to look like it could gain some positive momentum here. Rejecting the 50, but then holding this area, right? Rejecting it a little bit and then coming back above it. That's really just consolidating around it instead of like a harsh rejection off of it. Though this time wasn't too bad either, actually. But this definitely looks productive. That's all I'm trying to say. I would think that this would imply Jesus Coin continues to move up from here. How far up does it go? I don't know. In a short amount of time. 4-hour RSI looks very bullish. So yes, I would think that today we're moving up as well. Ultimately, I guess I would just call for that next high. And that could be, with the way this thing likes to move, that could be within the next 2 weeks. Certainly by the end of this month is what I would think. And then again, drawing that ascending trend line that would come in at the end of the month. So, and what ascending trend line am I talking about? This one, right? It would probably be easiest to hit this line in the first half of the month because we've already passed the point where they intersect. So probably a little bit above that line, above the 1272, but right at the blue line is what I would expect. Maybe just shy of it. Something like that. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed the ramble. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Hit that like button one last time. Jesus Coin looks fine. I think it's going to move up very soon. Time will tell, though. Time will definitely tell. And I do think that when it comes time to this thing moving up, it's going to happen fast. It's just when. When is it going to happen, right? Like, is it going to be on this next move? Is this it? Or are we going to still have to wait another month or two even before this thing really gets going? And then that's just when it gets going. Right? This took 2 months to find its high. If it's 2 months from now that we get going, it could be 4 months from now before we get our high, which would be like right at the end of the year. But if not, if we can get cooking a little sooner, maybe it would be by October, like we've been hoping for this whole time since back here, though, right? And we've done a lot since then. So, anyways, guys, that's it. I think we're moving up from here, and I'm gonna stop it there. So, bye bye.